Good afternoon, welcome to Zelda Speedruns and welcome to the Link's Awakening DX 100% No One Walk Out of Bounds tournament. The music is quite loud, I just noticed, but that's fine. Welcome to SeYsEy, and let's dive into the action. Swiss round number 1, SeYsEy versus BambooShadow. And without further ado, let's switch the layout and let's hand it to the two commentators for today.
Testing sound. I just want to make sure I'm heard.
To Syntro and to Nitros. Hey!
It's Syntro and Nitros. Welcome to the race. It's going to be between BambooShadow and SeYsEy. Two pretty good players at this game. You're definitely audible, yes.
I'm audible? Okay, good. It seems my push to talk isn't working when I'm looking at the stream, so I'm just gonna... Alright, Alright, hi, I'm Zen. I'm here with Nitros. We're about to watch a race between BambooShadow and SeYsEy. As Nitros has said, they're really good at this game. They're frankly better than us.
Yeah, definitely both have a pretty good history in terms of Link's Awakening. SeYsEy and Bamboo, I think they've actually both held the world record for this category at some point.
Have they? Oh, I didn't know that.
Back in 2018, so it should be exciting. I don't know how many runs they've done recently. I've seen Bamboo done a few runs, but they might both be a little rusty, so it should be interesting to see how they do.
I don't think they're too concerned right now. I mean, they know how each other play, and they're competent in the category.
Yeah, and after all, it is only round 1 in Swiss, so
exactly. Yeah, it's just kind of
determine too much who wins or loses.
Maybe they're aiming to lose to try and like get an easy next round or something.
Yeah, I mean, come on, who would ever fix a match?
Yeah, right. All right. So when does this start exactly? What's the countdown?
We can find out if we go into the race room.
Race room.
Which I forgot to go into, actually.
I don't know where to actually go for that.
No worries, we're just waiting for
Race
Bamboo.
room.
He kinda got sidetracked or something a bit.
I see.
But as soon as they start, you will basically get a countdown on screen. So as soon as you start, you will see like a 30-second countdown because we have that much delay. And then we're good.
Fair enough.
So we should start any second.
Alright, seems like both players are now ready to start the race.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, BambooShadow is ready, so the race is going to start in 10 seconds. Good luck to both racers.
Yeah.
I wish them the best RNG in the world. And we are now off.
I hope they all get 10th try early hook shot.
Except the stream is delayed, so we're not actually off yet.
Oh, we got a countdown here. Okay. I see it. Start in 15 seconds.
You're actually starting from the future. And we are now off. So...
So, for anyone who happens to not be familiar with the game, the first thing you gotta do is go get the sword. We haven't discovered house skip yet, so we have to talk to Terran and get out of here.
Just get a shield. The shield is currently required in order to reach the sword. After the sword is gotten, they're gonna be farming 10 rupees on the beach and from the grass outside the shop. And that's to buy bombs and magic powder. And it's kind of a run killer because it's very RNG based. In fact, enemies only have a 50% chance of dropping rupees. We actually see both of them going for the faster sword method, quick sword. You get a damage boost off the urchin and reach the sword really fast.
Yeah, and there's...
Yeah, go on.
And you'll be seeing them doing something called rupee duping. If a rupee lands, or even a heart, if they lands on both Link's hitbox and either your sword or shield's hitbox, there's a chance that you can duplicate with a rupee. This allows them to farm rupees very quickly, assuming they get lucky. And neither of them are getting particularly lucky. There was a dupe there. Okay, and SeYsEy is ahead a little bit. Now they're going into the grass. The grass only has a 1 in 16 chance of dropping a rupee. It is possible to dupe these, but it's pretty unlikely. It looks like neither of them are getting good grass luck. Bamboo's in a little bit better shape here. Okay, Bamboo is in the shop. SeYsEy is having some trouble. And very unlucky. This is really bad grass RNG. There we go. SeYsEy is now also in the shop. And so they're going to steal the shovel, then buy a set of bombs, and then steal the bow. Because farming rupees for those takes way too long and for speedrunning. You'll see when SeYsEy here buys the bombs, he's not going to lose his rupees, because if you interrupt the flow of the rupee countdown by saving and quitting, you keep your rupees. So this allows them to only need to farm 10 rupees in order to buy a set of bombs and get the powder from the trendy game.
Both players heading into the trendy game. Bamboo going for a faster strat to save some frames. He does get it.
Yeah.
Would definitely be a huge time loss if a player actually failed this game, but I don't
Both of them going for it.
Top tier strats from both players, both of them getting it. The frames are being saved.
I used to go for that strat, and then I kept running into this problem where like my game would kind of freeze, and I would just lose a run. Because apparently if you press A and B at the same time in a trendy game, it makes it bug out somehow.
Yeah, definitely can be a bit
very risky.
Especially in a race situation.
Yeah. So Bamboo is now
getting the
about
perfect
5-10
spot for the
ahead.
bomb trigger. That bomb trigger saves about 2 seconds, I believe, and it takes 2 bombs, but our bomb count is not too bad in the early game. SeYsEy missing it, but it's not a big deal.
It's not bomb count isn't a concern unless you're going for the half-second faster cave bomb trigger later on, which is
and Bamboo getting the moving frame perfect bomb trigger. Very nice.
For anyone's not sure, a bomb trigger is basically when you get 2 bombs on the same screen at the same time, and the game just freaks out. And it triggers cutscenes and allows you to even grab heart pieces from the other side of a screen.
Yeah, so in this case it skips using the powder on Terran. And it also skips the cutscene, which is really fast.
Yeah, so we're saving a lot. We saved a ton of time doing bomb triggers in this category. So Bamboo's entering D1 now, and in D1 we get the most powerful item in the entire game, and then we follow that by fighting the hardest boss in the game.
Oh yeah, it's definitely an eventful dungeon, despite only being around 2 minutes.
The final fight of this game is easier than the boss of this dungeon.
Oh man, Bamboo getting knocked into the pit by the mold arm. Very unfortunate.
Very, very bad luck.
Yeah, that's
that
a very
mold arm
bad
is a
cannon.
troll. Mini troll arm. SeYsEy getting bamboosed, named after our familiar face over here, BambooShadow.
Ooh, wasting an arrow.
Oh, SeYsEy
Trying to
wasting
do
an arrow.
And a bomb,
And a bomb.
actually, but bomb's not too big of a deal. Arrows can start to matter later on, depending on how you like to route your arrows, but
Yeah.
I don't think either player should have that big of a problem.
Yeah, both of them are going for sword strat on the spike beetles.
And we often take a heart trap, as it can get a little spicy in this next room.
Yeah, here you can either do a damage boost with the by just taking damage and getting pushed toward the chest, or you can use your shield. It saves you a heart. But it's a little bit harder to do. So SeYsEy's going. Bamboo went for the shield strat, and SeYsEy went for the damage boost. Both of them are equipping arrows. So here they're going to be using arrows to do something called a super jump. If you're clipped into a wall, and you kind of push down into the wall and then push in the opposite direction while simultaneously using a weapon that changes your direction, you can trick the game into thinking that you're on a ledge, and you will jump off of that ledge. It's only able to be done on certain walls. Dungeons are made entirely of the kind of wall that you can do it on.
Yeah, because the walls are basically ledges, as you can maybe tell.
Yeah.
Bamboo heading into the Molten fight.
Bamboo is gonna... I think Bamboo is getting a bit of a troll dorm. He's getting lucky.
Pretty solid.
Shimboldorm's always a troll dorm.
SeYsEy
going for the
slash. Gets the spin slash, but it gets the lip trolled after. Still an alright fight.
Yeah. It's still a close race between the two. SeYsEy's only a little bit behind.
Yeah, it's basically the rupee RNG in the beginning, separating the two.
Yeah. It looks like SeYsEy actually may have had a... Master D1? I can't tell. Because, well, I guess they're about... Yeah, I think they both had approximately about the same speed. So now we're on our way to D2. To get to D2, we need to get Bow Wow. But before we get Bow Wow, we need to get pictures and a heart piece. If you have Bow Wow when you talk to the mouse, you kill the run. Because you have to drop off Bow Wow before getting the talking to the mouse. So we talked to him before.
Something to note here, the kids that SeYsEy is talking to is that you can press B to cancel the text box really quickly. It saves a lot of time.
Is that just a Japanese version thing, or does it like only not work on the English version?
I'm actually not sure, but I mean it would make sense if it's Japanese.
So this cave, I like to call the forest cave. You can actually either do a bomb trigger. Bamboo's opting for the bomb trigger, and he got bad luck, so he's actually losing time because of that. If you need to do an extra menu, you lose time. If not, you gain like half a second.
SeYsEy can opt for the super jump strat. They're pretty close in speed. Although he did waste a bomb earlier, so that definitely makes sense.
So
Bamboo playing it a bit more risky.
SeYsEy's caught up a little bit, I think, because Bamboo got unlucky with the bomb trigger.
For sure.
SeYsEy getting a damage boost. So here's the mouse.
Going to
not needing to do a million turns to try and get the mouse to talk to him.
Yeah, it can be a kind of obnoxious to get into that spot at the top. I definitely see people struggle with it.
SeYsEy even getting a better position. He's closer to the door. Apologies for the water sounds in the background. Bamboo getting very first cleaner and a triple. We'll see if SeYsEy gets a quad, a very rare quad, where you kill all 4 moblins in a single spin slash. Ooh, almost.
He gets 2 doubles. Not bad at all.
Yep.
Bamboo
pretty much the same amount of time as triple. Triples just look cooler.
Yeah. There's not much to this fight, you just kind of wait for him to charge and then hit him.
Yeah. Oh, a 3 cycle!
SeYsEy getting the unfortunate 3 cycle.
This is bad news, because that's, I think it loses, what, 8 seconds or something? Depending on how long he takes a charge again.
He's also lower on health, which could be a concern, but...
Yeah. Bamboo having a little bit of bad RNG, and Bow Wow needs to eat the plants and there's only like one method that maybe controls it a little bit.
SeYsEy also.
It's not 100% reliable. SeYsEy getting almost an instant heat.
Yeah, pretty good bow RNG from
really
SeYsEy.
helped him out. Becoming less French by the second.
Yeah. Unlike
That's a bit of a roast, isn't it?
I mean, it kinda is. We actually do this dungeon in its entirety in one go in this category, which is pretty nice. Oh, that split it up.
Yeah, the only reason this dungeon really isn't split up in this category is because we have to drop off Bow Wow, and we can only do that once the dungeon is complete. And the only reason we drop off Bow Wow is for a picture. Otherwise, we would keep him the entire run. Other categories. Most categories in this game, you just keep Bow Wow the entire run. Alright, here's Ghost Skip for Bamboo. So if you shoot an arrow, you can just shoot the ghosts off the screen. There's also, you can also slash them at the right time, and they'll wander off the opposite side. It's a bit slower, though. Both of them are opting for the arrow strat, though. A little bit harder, but much faster. So this blue Stolfos for Bamboo here can be a real pain. He can really, sometimes he just gets in the way. Other times, like there, he wasn't in the way, he got good RNG there. We'll see if SeYsEy gets the same situation.
Oh, he does end up hitting it a bit in the way. It should be fine,
moved up though, so that was good. He can sometimes stay in the way.
Bamboo opting to use the bomb strat. It saves around half a second compared to grabbing the pot. It only actually checks that you're holding something, not necessarily the pot in that room.
And SeYsEy is gonna be doing the same thing, using the bomb. Oh, Shovel picking it up. So Genie has a quick kill. Normally you need to throw the pot 3 times to break it, but if you're clipped into the wall and facing left, and then you throw it, you break it instantly.
Bamboo getting it, having 0 bombs left, but that's fine, because both players will be getting the bomb upgrade straight after this dungeon.
Yeah.
They don't actually need any more than that.
Which is why we only need to buy 1 set of bombs in the shop. Other categories you need to buy 2 sets because we don't get the upgrade. We have to rely on pickups throughout the game. Whoa, what strategy is that? He's died!
Oh, dying to the genie. Oh no.
R.I.P. So, SeYsEy now needs to go all the way back. This does not necessarily mean that the game is not decided yet, though. There's plenty of other situations that could prove problematic for even Bamboo.
We see some struggling from SeYsEy though.
Bamboo's opting for the old strat.
He does do the old route, which is interesting.
Yeah. New route saves about 10 seconds. 5-10 seconds. You don't need to go through a warp as much, or as many times, and but you have to do something called the French bonks. Guess why it's called that?
But yeah, now Bamboo's gonna come up on getting the bomb upgraded. You actually want to be a bit careful here because this guy's first gonna ask us if we want to upgrade our powder, and if we happen to say yes to that text box, the run is pretty screwed.
Yeah.
Because obviously he has 0 bombs left.
He would need to go to... Okay, he's good. He would need to go to the shop and just buy more bombs. Because he needs them.
SeYsEy getting through on the second attempt. Luckily he had enough bombs. If that happened to Bamboo, he would not actually have had enough to try again.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
That's why it's so risky to go for the cave bomb trigger in a race, because if you screw up Genie, then you're out of bombs.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, there's still plenty of things to happen.
Bamboo is on his way to a seashell here. Sometimes Bow Wow will just talk to you before you can pick up this, before you can dig it up. Oh, yeah, it's like that. Other times you can get ahead. It's very annoying when Bow Wow talks to you. Because we already know there's a seashell there. But Bow Wow doesn't know that we know. So now he's gonna go open up a cave that we're gonna enter later to get a heart piece after D3. And yeah, he's gonna do the bomb arrow strat because he's good on arrows. SeYsEy, I don't think is good on arrows, however. So he's probably gonna need to throw a bomb at that door, that cave, and maybe other caves as well. Because he's wasted quite a few bombs, especially with the unfortunate genie incident. So Bamboo's getting the Richard picture. Yeah, no, I never noticed that either. I wonder if it's a little bit faster. Quite a bit riskier, though. SeYsEy did not get Bow talking to him, which is good. That'll help him out a bit. Bamboo's now getting a seashell. If you have 5 seashells, this mansion will give you a bonus seashell. The same thing applies at 10 seashells, which we'll be getting after D3. So there's SeYsEy throwing the bomb.
Yeah, up and
so now we're yeah. Bamboo's about to do Villa Skip. If you transition on, I think it's the same, something like you transition on the same frame that you fall into a pit, you basically land on the bottom of the screen, and it allows you to transition.
Yeah, that was actually a really good Villa Skip from Bamboo. It was
very good.
It does end up falling though, which twice.
3 times.
3 times even. Even 4 times. This is definitely an interesting path.
What
That
is he
Bamboo
trying?
is taking. He's trying to make the two-tail gap, which I'm not actually sure if you can make. He's actually taking
gonna
a
die
lot
at the
of
beginning of
damage here.
D1 if he keeps doing that. Because
Yeah,
at the beginning of D1,
really weird.
it's pretty easy to take damage, and the damage you take is 1 heart. The beginning of the dungeon, though, so it's not too much of a time loss. It happens. So here you want to kill as many enemies as you can before entering D3, because we're going to be getting something called Piece of Power. And Piece of Power is quite a time save. Oh, SeYsEy getting a 1 buffer!
Very
That
nice.
is a perfect Villa Skip.
Both players getting very good Villa Skips.
Yeah. So Bamboo is doing Jesus jumps now. You can jump on the same frame that you land on water. And it allows you to basically skip the flippers. And this allows us to get a seashell on the way to D3.
Ooh, nice chest turn from
Bamboo.
SeYsEy as well. You love
Those
to see
chest turns
extra
easier on
flat time.
keyboard.
I mean, that's arguable, but some may say that. Definitely appreciate the added swag though.
Bamboo
Getting the heart
is
trap.
playing it safe.
He does end up staying alive. Skipping
In
the
the
text
text,
box
though.
too early, but that's fine.
SeYsEy getting a 3 buffer on the Jesus jump. Get 1 buffers for Jesus jumps, which just means that you don't need to do any extra buffers. You always have to do at least 1. Bamboo should be getting a Piece of Power in this next room here.
Yep.
There it is. SeYsEy is not too far behind.
Right after that, he's gonna do what's called the Dongo Skip, or Dong Skip. He's going to be doing a super jump and spin attacking off of one of the Dongos to get boosted over the block.
There are different kinds. There are different kinds of super jumps. Like you can do a super jump without a weapon called a naked super jump. You can do a super jump while holding a weapon, like you're holding your sword out. Like that's what Dodongo Skip does. You hold your sword out and then you charge Spin Slash, and then you basically clink off the Dodongo.
Ooh, messing up the second time. Pressing way too early.
Maybe going for a different strat to get to the Nightmare Key. I'm not sure if he's gonna...
I don't think he typically does it. But we'll have to see. I'm struggling a bit in the menu. He ends up not going for it.
It's riskier, but it saves about a second or two seconds.
Yeah, it's a bit faster. Looks like Bamboo's having a clean boss fight.
Opening up the save and quit menu a little too quickly.
Very nice boss by Bamboo. Pretty clean dungeon 3 aside from that failed the Dodongo Skip.
Indeed. The dungeon 3 is one of those dungeons that you can go on just through small things, insignificant things, but there's so many small insignificant things that like, it's easy to lose time. At least for me.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows me knows that D3 is my least favorite dungeon.
Ooh. Facing him with some trouble, but it's still fine.
Yep.
Having to do an extra slash.
He's equipping the shovel a little early. Bamboo's gonna probably do the buffered method.
Ooh, nope. Getting the text box again from Bow.
If you use shovel and boots at the same time, you can charge boots while digging, and then you immediately dash as soon as you've dug up the item.
Oh, I didn't know that actually. Ooh, nice early cycle by Bamboo though. Not getting hit by the anti-fairy.
It's very tight. It takes a bit of practice to...
It's actually pretty tough.
I had to practice it over and over and over again to finally get the hang of it, and I still fail it all the time.
He's also going to be doing kind of a cutscene skip here with Tarn. He's going to be opening a save and quit menu while saying yes at the same time, opening it again to obtain the honeycomb, and then saving and quitting, which skips the cutscene of him getting chased by bees.
There is another way of doing it where you don't have to do an extra save and quit menu, but it's risky.
Yeah.
It's less risky on the second time we have to do it to get the pineapple load, because if you fail that one, well, you're not really losing that much time. Maybe like half a second at most. But you would save 2 seconds if you get it.
And here Bamboo getting his reward for 10 seashells.
This is it's the donut maze. That's what I like to call it, because it's just hilarious that we call those donuts. That buzz blob can be a real troll sometimes for Bamboo.
He really likes getting in the way.
Yeah. Most of the time he's good, but not so much other times. So let's see if Bamboo's gonna go for it.
Ooh,
he tried to, and he did not get it. It's pretty easy to do one frame delay. It's frame perfect trick. If you're early, you just have to do the extra menu. If you're on time, you save 2 seconds. If you miss it, you don't really lose that much time for the pineapple.
Yeah, Bamboo is going to head over to Dream Shrine right now, where you get the ocarina. He's going to do what we like to call the impossible super jump. He's going to do a naked super jump up to the platform where the ocarina is. Let's see if he can get his first try.
We'll see if SeYsEy gets the pineapple skip. He did not.
Ooh, both players missing it.
This super jump requires a pretty precise position.
There we go, he's up.
And then you also have to successfully do a naked super jump, which is harder to do than the other super jumps.
Yeah. Not the easiest thing in the world, but still. Pretty simple trick.
Now he's on his way to do some fishing. Fishing is by far the most difficult thing to do in this entire game.
Oh yeah, it's the hardest minigame.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's very often.
He actually gets the wrong fish. He opts to fish it up to get some extra rupees down.
And if you can't figure it out, I'm being sarcastic, but sometimes you actually do fail it. He's opting to pull the fish in.
Not the worst strat in the world, considering you do gain some rupees from doing that. The real thing you want is the big fish there to the right, because fishing up a big fish is going to give you a heart piece, which is obviously required for 100%. SeYsEy also entering fishing, so this is basically what you want to do. You want to get that fish that SeYsEy just got and making him run away, and then getting the fish that's close to you to do it as fast as possible. And hopefully not touch up
very fast fishing. That's very quick fishing.
Really clean, by SeYsEy.
Fishing has an element of RNG, and sometimes the fish just take a while to bite.
Some cutscenes here, getting a couple of photos.
Probably the most boring part of the entire game, because it's just getting like some seashells, doing some overworld stuff.
Yeah, this is the longest stretch
pictures.
actually.
Yeah,
longest stretch we go without being in a dungeon.
It's like 13 minutes, or 12, 13 minutes.
Yeah.
For regular rooster skip, which I suspect I saw SeYsEy practicing rooster skip earlier, so I'm not sure if he's going for early rooster skip or not.
Bamboo getting the nut touch before the Marion cutscene. Very nice.
SeYsEy getting the sword slash off the ledge saves you needing to slash that bush, which he decided to do anyway. Not sure why.
Yeah.
Did the Octorok get in the way?
I don't think so.
I noticed. If the Octorok is in the way, you need to do a slash, but if not, then you could just hold sword out through the bushes. It saves a sword slash. Literally, that is the amount of time save it gives you.
I mean, it's definitely understandable.
Both are about 30 seconds apart. So this is still a relatively close race, because anything can happen.
You do have to remember
especially,
that Bamboo did unlock the warp earlier though, so he does have a small advantage.
Yeah, he'll be getting well, he's getting to D4 kind of a different way. Not necessarily a faster way though. I guess that's right, Bamboo. He is more ahead. Quite a bit more ahead, actually, because he went for the warp.
Exactly.
That's right. Also, it's not actually as close as I had thought. Nevertheless, again, anything can happen. There's a lot of RNG in the late game, like early hookshot, and Goomba Surf, and horse heads, and various tricky things like even the nightmare fight has some things that can just completely go wrong and kill your run or significantly delay it. So Bamboo needs to go through the warp twice. However, after he gets the ballad, he just needs to take the warp, and then he's at D4 to open it up.
Bamboo coming up on
So here
another
is
bomb
Walrus
trigger.
Skip.
Just like that.
Easy.
So yeah, normally you would have to play the ocarina in front of the walrus there, with Marin on screen in order to get the walrus to get out of the way, but we can luckily trigger the cutscene with a bomb trigger as well.
Guess
And
I
normally-
get bad suffix.
Yeah. Both having to do the same menu to get skip.
That bomb trigger is a little bit tricky because there are some visual cues that you can use to determine if you need to do an extra menu, but sometimes the visual cue is like identical. It's rare, but it happens. And it's just luck of the draw, basically. So here's another bomb trigger, allowing you to get a heart piece that's literally on the exact opposite side of the screen.
Nice landmark kill by Bamboo, skipping the text box. They actually want to fall down this pit for once because there is a heart piece. You're gonna fire a bomb arrow to open up the cave.
SeYsEy clipped enough. He is not.
Still gets the kill though.
He needs to throw a bomb now. He's short on an arrow.
Yeah, unfortunately he's short by one arrow, so yeah, he opts to throw the bomb to conserve the arrow. You want 3 arrows for Dungeon 4, which is why he's saving it.
Dungeon 4 is really slow without 3 arrows. It's pretty hard to throw the bomb at the one chest because as soon as the bomb hits the water, it just stops bouncing.
Yeah.
So it's better to throw a bomb earlier.
Nice bonk by Bamboo. Going to get his first ocarina song by Marin. And we're in another cutscene.
The water break cutscene. It's long enough that you can actually go get a cup of water.
Remember to stay hydrated, everyone watching.
Sometimes it means that you really have to use the bathroom after the run, though. Yes, note he could talk to the walrus if something was wrong. I don't think. No, you don't need to play the ocarina at the walrus. You just talk to him.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so Bamboo is on his way to open up D4.
Yeah, he is doing the old
So this is where
rascal.
we're gonna really see just how far ahead Bamboo is.
Yeah.
Because SeYsEy takes the warp once, but he's gonna be doing something called the French bonks, which allows him to basically bonk over a pit by intentionally hitting a wall while dashing.
Yeah, it's gonna save him.
And it's pretty tight.
For the feather.
Yeah. See if he gets it.
Ooh,
He's
yeah.
not opting for it. Oh, he's going.
He
He's
opts
gonna
to
go
go a
for the other
different
one
path.
instead.
We don't usually see this path, but
Oh,
it's not much
maybe
slower.
He's not feeling confident in it, I guess. I'm really not sure how much time the French bonks actually save.
Bamboo going for his obstacle skip, getting it. Very nice. The most important trick.
So, SeYsEy enters the cave. It's a set a save point. So when he opens up D4, he's gonna do a save and quit, and now he's back at the cave.
Yeah, I'm assuming neither player is opting to do early rooster skip then, it seems. Both gonna be doing the normal one.
See if he enters the cave. Okay, so Bamboo is gonna be going for a regular rooster skip later on.
Yeah, since he entered the earlier cave. Thanks, PK.
So now SeYsEy is going to be a good idea here of how far apart each player is now. So SeYsEy is going for obstacle skip, and he gets it. Obstacle skip saves a quarter of a second, but everybody loves to hype it up. Okay, so SeYsEy's not going for early resist skip either.
Yeah, both players are going to be doing the normal route skip, which we're going to be seeing after D5, quite a bit later in the run, but should be exciting once we get there.
Whose sound is on? Is it SeYsEy?
I believe it's SeYsEy, yeah.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Bamboo is, he said he's going to be just doing his kind of his own commentary in a way. he's going to be he's talking to his audience basically.
Nice one frame or one buffer Jesus jump though.
Indeed.
Very fast. Ooh, kinda getting trolled by enemies. Luckily, does not have to reset the puzzle, but still quite a bit of damage in this room.
Really getting trolled. It's at that point, it's faster just to enter the room and start charging the sword.
Yeah, they can definitely give you a hard time. Those enemies.
This is where you want to use a bomb arrow in D4.
Let's see what strat he goes for here. He does end up trying the French strat. Let's see if he gets it. That should be good. Yeah, very nice.
He gets it. That saves 4 seconds. It's quite a bit harder to do.
But definitely looks way cooler and much faster.
Oh, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's actually one of like the coolest super jumps in the game, in my opinion. Getting the tech skip on the fish.
Getting the fast pattern. This room has I think 4 or 5 different patterns, and one of them is way faster than the others.
And the chest turn for style. Very nice so far. I've been having a pretty clean dungeon, aside from that room with the puzzle. Everything else was really nice. Let's see if SeYsEy can also get the super jump. Very nice.
Gets it.
Ooh, missing the chest a bit.
Going a bit too quick. It's very easy to rush in this game.
Oh, for sure.
And accidentally go too fast.
Yeah,
it is possible to go too fast in speedrunning. Oh, I think... Oh,
Ooh, messing up the bomber barrel. Not quite being able to press B and A, but he still kills the fish. Pretty high up as well, so not the worst thing in the world.
Does that only happen when there is a bomb arrow already on screen?
Yeah,
because you can only have one on screen.
It's usually when it happens. But yeah. SeYsEy also gonna be getting his Mambo. Both players chugging along.
Too bad we didn't get simultaneous Mambo. Could have a dance party. Bamboo. You get to see his beautiful face.
And we also get to see the ghost, which appears after you beat Dungeon 4, if you don't have the level 2 bracelet. We actually need to bring the ghost back home in this category, as it will give us a picture.
We should maybe explain what 100% means. It basically means you fill up your entire inventory. So that means all items, all upgrades, all heart pieces in heart containers, and all pictures.
Yeah. And also being every dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, and all instruments, of course. You can find it... If you can open your inventory and it's there, chances are that needs to be maximized.
Yeah, although things in dungeons are not usually included, like the map compass or the keys.
SeYsEy just got a little damage boost off the rock.
Get the cutscene skip here. 3 buffers, not too bad. I believe
Very
that trick
good.
saves time if you get it of 7 buffers or better.
Yeah, I believe that's the number. Here comes Zora Bomb. This is the worst trick in the whole game.
Yes, we're gonna use the shield to bump up the Sora to get stuck in the wall, and
Bamboo's
then
going for the buffered method.
buffered strats, but
A little
definitely
slower,
works out.
but
He is close enough
much more reliable.
to get the boot stash, and he's over. Pretty clean stuff. Obviously could be faster, but pretty nice to take it safe in this situation. He does still have a bit of a lead over SeYsEy. And that trick's actually going to allow us to do a trick later on called early hookshot, because he would normally need hookshot in order to reach that item.
Alright, SeYsEy on his way to do Zora Bump.
Getting the top position, there's no good buffered method here, so it's kind of just going to have to wing it. He should be good. Has to inch a bit closer, but this position should work. Yeah.
I think he's good.
Yeah, both players.
Alright. So
not much
that's
trouble
the...
with Swerve.
I call it the semi-buffered method, where you just... Because you need to do an equip shield anyway, it gives you a chance to buffer once, so that you don't have to do it completely unbuffered. Alright, so Bamboo's on his way to the ghost house now. He's gonna... You have to go to the ghost house or else you can't progress. And the ghost talks so slowly, and it's such a pain.
Yeah,
oh, the mushroom!
The
mushroom's an interesting item. Mushroom and the powder take up the same slot in the inventory. So, in a way, the powder could be seen as an upgrade of the mushroom. Plus, the powder is required for many items, and as soon as you get powder, you can't get the mushroom, so it effectively disappears and doesn't even exist, as far as the game is concerned. So Bamboo's just got the boomerang. Looks like, I think SeYsEy's caught up a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely making up some time. He still does have a bit to go. But, of course, there's a lot of tricks that can be very detrimental to both players.
Yeah. Often, in this game, nothing is really truly decided until you are actually completely and totally done.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things that can go wrong. Especially when tension is high and you're in a race environment, the nerves are going. It's really easy to mess up.
Yeah, you might have noticed that both runners have 0 arrows, and that's because they're about to get the arrow upgrade here as well.
And again, so this is the second time you must select the second option.
Yeah, you really don't want to pick the first option, or you're gonna have a pretty rough time.
I've done this before. I've accidentally selected the first option.
I don't know if anyone's ever done it in a race, but
yeah, usually people will take their time, just because like it's so detrimental to mess that up. So Bamboo's on his way to drop off the ghosts, so we don't have to if you can hear the ghost on SeYsEy's screen, you'll notice that every time you transition, he makes this annoying sound. And that happens every single time you transition. And it's so annoying.
He also has a bit of a quirk where he can sometimes just randomly talk to you in the middle of nowhere, which wastes a few seconds.
I think it happens if you're on a screen after a certain amount of time. Then he can kind of just talk to you at any time. And there's a couple screens, the Zorabump screen, and if you may remember, there's a screen with a little seashell in the middle.
Yeah, that actually happened to me
island.
in my race.
Yeah.
So
that screen, there's nothing you can do about it. The Zorabump screen, if you do it fast enough, you won't talk to it.
Gonna use the boomerang to get the heart piece through these blocks, hopefully. It's kind of precise, the positioning. He gets it. So, pretty nice clip there.
If you miss it the first time, it's just faster to push the rock.
Yeah, you can also do
and then
that.
you can just throw the boomerang at the rock, and it'll clip through a small opening. The color dungeon, or we call it D0. It's only available in the DX version of the game. It was made for the DX version, and in terms of casual gameplay, it's pretty boring. But in speedrunning, it's a little more interesting in speedrunning. Bamboo's gonna get go into what I call it the rupee cache. Some people call it the rupee room. Doesn't matter. There's a whole bunch of rupees. There's, I think, 140 rupees total. We're gonna be going through that room twice. Because we need rupees to get the Frog Song of Souls. To actually get the rupees to respawn, you have to do a hard reset. I'm not sure why, but the only way to get the rupees to respawn is to do a hard reset. That room you can do something called Zoomerang. If you use this boomerang on the same frame that you jump off the trampoline, you will zip across the whole room, and often bonk unless you press down.
Yeah, we're likely going to see both players attempt that a little later in the run, where it actually saves a bit of time.
There's another place that can be done.
Boss. And after getting this, he's going to be doing the hard reset as mentioned. You see the little Game Boy screen?
So now he's going to go for... he's gonna go to the rupee room. He's not gonna go for the rupee room. It's not like it's hard to get the rupees, right? Nobody's ever missed any rupees going through this room. I'm not mistaken.
Oh, absolutely not. So yeah, now he has his 300 rupees. That's all we need for the run at this point.
And nobody in this commentary, I don't think, has ever accidentally not gotten 300 rupees and then gotten all the way to the Frog Song only to find out that he was short.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could do that, because the rupee counter, I mean, it's literally on screen.
Yeah, it's right there.
Like, I don't know. This is what some people like to call the bingo room, because, I mean, it's not really to do with bingo, it's more that it's pretty luck-based and annoying. Actually missing the hole there, which kind of sucks. Otherwise, it was pretty solid.
If you throw while on top of another hole, it'll always go in.
Yeah, still not too bad. Ooh.
Okay, there you go.
He's fine.
Yeah. That room is pretty confusing.
If you don't do it the specific way we do it in speedrun, you can get a bit lost on that puzzle. Actually happened to me in a run once.
Oh, very bad RNG on this boss. Throwing lots of fidget spinners.
And skeletons, but he does end up getting through.
SeYsEy having some trouble in the bingo room, opting for the sword strat, which is it's a little easier to control them. Sometimes.
Yeah, definitely having some trouble here.
Yeah. There we go. You got it.
And
Bamboo
both
getting blue
players
tunic.
are going to be opting to getting the blue tunic. It is more worth it than this red.
I'm not sure if SeYsEy is going for the blue tunic.
I'm sure he is.
He went for the red tunic in his PB, although his PB was pretty old as well.
It is a bit old at this point.
Yeah. Oh, much better RNG on for SeYsEy on the boss. Bamboo's on his way to the signpost maze. He's gonna pick up a seashell on the way. So the signpost maze is another area where you can lose a ton of time if you accidentally talk to a sign twice. There's also this really annoying jump right here, which Bamboo should be good to get. Yeah. That jump can make you cry.
It's definitely screwed a lot of people up before.
Once you get the hang of it, it's easy, but at first it's so hard to do.
Yeah, it's definitely really hard to get a feel for.
SeYsEy going for the signpost maze jump.
Ooh,
and falling. And using his invulnerability frames to try and keep going.
Damn. Yeah, this is what can happen sometimes. He does get it fourth try. Not the worst thing in the world. It's kind of bad time lost, but he can still recover from this.
A few seconds lost in the end, but it's still a pain, especially when you're already behind.
Definitely less bad than dying to a genie, though.
Yeah.
Bamboo finishing up the cutscene for what some people like to call the best song.
It's totally the best song. I mean, it's very contrapuntal. For anybody who is a music nerd and knows what that term means.
See chat wanting to remove Centro from the commentary. We see people leaving as well, oh man.
I think it's an unpopular opinion that this is the best song.
Yeah, some people may have mixed thoughts on that. I actually really like it in the remake version of the game. I think it's pretty cool.
It's not even a song.
I think that's stretching it a bit.
I think Ballad is the only song, because that's the only one that's sung.
Oh, they definitely sung this song.
Oh, that's a good point too. The frogs are singing. It's a song. Hashtag removes intro.
Bamboo getting the rolling link in the final picture cutscene. I'm not actually sure how you do that. It happened to me once. Yeah,
you just jump. You just jump into the transition.
To
the house.
That makes sense. Songs do not need lyrics to be good.
It's true, but Corin does bring up a good point that Mambo's Mambo is the only song in the game that has a lyric. And if you value lyrics, you're probably going to value that song a bit more. Alright, here's the Armos Maze. The Armos Maze can be sometimes tricky. Each Armos does 2 hearts of damage, however, both players have blue tunics, so Armos will only do 1 heart of damage to them. So it's not too big of a deal if they take a hit. At the end of the maze is the Armos Knight. There's 2 ways of killing the Armos Knight. You can use what are called boot strats, or you can do arrow strats. One is easier and faster, but one looks way cooler.
It does look like he's going for the boot strats, which is the more traditional way.
Yeah.
That you would do in more categories.
Most players are familiar with boot strats, because Hundo is the only category where you can do arrow strats.
Yeah,
And
unless
he's got a
you're
good
playing
placement
original.
too. He just needs to go down. He doesn't need to round any corners after.
Yeah, really close to the door, so good kill by Bamboo.
See what, if I'm not mistaken, I believe SeYsEy will be going for boot strats as well. So now, Bamboo needs to go back through the Armos maze. German strats. So, yes, SeYsEy is going for boot strats. Coming up for Bamboo is the Zorlax jump. Zorlax is kind of infamous for failing this jump.
Very nice fight by SeYsEy. Really fast.
Nails it.
Bonking into the cutscene. There's actually a way you can skip that cutscene in other categories, but it involves having Bow on screen, which we unfortunately don't do in this category.
Bow Wow will eat anything, including cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like, do you know anything else that eats cutscenes?
I have never heard of such a thing.
Are you able to eat cutscenes?
Not that I'm aware of, although I'm not sure how many cutscenes I've witnessed outside of games.
That's true. So maybe if we can find a real-life cutscene, we can find out if they're edible.
SeYsEy
But we need to
actually
find one first.
pretty low on health going into this dungeon 6, despite having Blue Tunic, just narrowly avoiding that fish.
If SeYsEy opts for Boomerang at the start of the dungeon, he can kill one of the fairies, the anti-fairies.
Yeah.
Or Sparks, some people call them Sparks. And,
Yeah.
you can get a fairy that way. He is not going for it. So he will be hoping for the best.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the hardest dungeon ever to not take that much damage in. There is some heart drops later on as well, if needed.
Yeah. It's not
Bamboo.
until Horseheads.
Doing the strat
Ooh,
here
it's-
to kill
it's
all of the wood tropes.
Left, is he? He's good. Okay.
Nicely done.
Now, D6 with 2 hearts isn't too bad with Blue Tunic. Like, you can take quite a few hits because most enemies only do half a heart of damage. So it would take 2 of those hits to even lose half a heart at that point. So it's generally pretty safe. Bamboo is going to be going for the Shack Jump. Shack Jump is a kind of super jump. And that was a sort of super jump there. I think, was that sort of? I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, that was super jump. Alright, so Bamboo's
Whoa,
coming up.
That was
What?
interesting.
Yeah.
SeYsEy
Dash
went. Yeah, that was neat. I've never seen that before.
Let's see what try it gets. He gets, I think that was 4th try by Bamboo. Not too bad.
Yeah, first try is kind of an average.
Seems like his card is a bit out of shape, but still okay.
If you get pulled into that the thing that's sucking you in there, it drops you off the beginning of the dungeon.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Basically acts like the Wall Masters in the other games. And the fun fact about this boss is that his hitbox is there even before he actually spawns in, so you can hit him 3 times.
Matt, I don't think you've missed anything. Nothing interesting has happened in this race.
Oh, absolutely nothing. Second try horse hits by
Xander's
SeYsEy.
spoiling it.
Pretty nice.
Right, SeYsEy going for the Shack Jump as well. A little while ago, I timed whether or not the Flock Flip was faster than the Shack Jump, and they were pretty much identical. However, the Shack Jump is significantly more reliable.
And it also looks cooler.
Yes. For anyone who ever questioned which one was faster.
Ooh, Bamboo missing the bump trigger on the owl. It doesn't waste too much time.
Yeah, it's only worth going forward if you already have bombs equipped.
Yeah, which they do, since they've just fought Facade.
Yeah,
which is named
well,
after Fox.
saves just under the time it takes to do an equip. So, yeah, no, both players are still not too far apart.
Yeah, I would say it's around
it looks like
maybe
they've
40
been
seconds.
pretty consistent pace from each other for most of this run. So now Bamboo's getting the level 2 sword, and SeYsEy got the owl bomb trigger.
Very nice.
So he saves a second and 3/4 or something.
But everything can change in this dungeon coming up, Dungeon 5, because both are about to do a trick in the dungeon called Early Hookshot, and even if you're like the most perfect input ever, it's a 50-50 shot if you actually get the trick or not, so...
And sometimes if the player is unaware that you need to pick up all the items, they'll pick up the key.
Yeah, that... Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's ever happened to someone.
Yeah. Again, I don't think that's ever happened to anybody in, Oh, what is SeYsEy trying to do? Oh, I think he forgot to get the level 2 sword.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty unfortunate.
I've been watching Bamboo's screen. Yeah, that is not a good thing to miss. That happened to me once in a run, a D-Rust run. I just forgot the sword and was like, oh. Lost a couple minutes that way. Okay, so Bamboo is killing everything, and
let's see if it's
so he has a 50-50
he
shot.
accidentally transitioned.
Accidentally transitioned.
Yes, let me do it. Not that big of a deal though. He just had the enemies don't respawn, so he only has to kill crystals.
Okay, and okay, he's lined up. He's gonna put Boomerang on B and Feather
First
on A,
try.
and he gets a first try.
Very solid.
Okay, that is really gonna solidify his lead. Because if SeYsEy does not get first try, he will be considerably behind.
Yeah, I'd say it wastes around 20 seconds, 15-20 per retry. So it could definitely add up really fast if you just get really unlucky or make a few mistakes in the room. You actually see him using sword to kill Master Salphos. I actually thought you were supposed to get a key from that guy.
An interesting strat. I guess, does he feel like he's low on bombs and arrows somehow?
Maybe.
Well, so Bamboo did not pick up a key that you can get from the Salphos, so he's going to be taking a slightly different route. Not too much slower than the modern route.
Ooh, SeYsEy also getting first try though.
Getting a good jump.
Very
okay,
nice.
so SeYsEy's this run's pretty much going to come down to Goomba Surf and Nightmare.
And Rooster Skip.
Pretty much.
Can't forget that.
Oh, that's true. Rooster Skip is coming up. That's good. So
yeah, Bamboo actually taking the old school route through D5. I'm not sure what the time difference is, but can't imagine it's too significant.
It's only like a few seconds, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
probably.
That. Someone in the comments can maybe confirm the time difference. 5 seconds, yeah.
SeYsEy also going for sword beam strats.
See, Bamboo, ooh, almost falling in. To do a hookshot jump. We'll see hookshot jumping when we do Rooster Skip. If you real quickly, we can explain it. If you jump on the same frame that the hookshot fully retracts, you can. The game thinks you're on land, and it allows you to jump. And it's one frame. So Rooster Skip, you have to do that twice in a row. So it's not easy. You can do it buffered, but I think both players are probably going to be doing it unbuffered.
Yeah, they're definitely both familiar with the strat.
I think especially SeYsEy is probably, depending on how aware SeYsEy is of how far behind he is, he's definitely going to want to go for unbuffered and take the risk. Because if he gets it, it'll help at least a little bit.
Ooh, nice damage boost.
Getting a damage
from
boost.
the anti-fairy.
Taking quick work of the pit.
Let's see his boss fight. So, this
fight,
boss fight, you pull him out of the wall, and you can hit him 4 to 5 times, and even 6 times if you're a legend or friend.
Yeah. I've never seen 6 times.
I believe Olaf got it once in a run of no OoB.
Huh.
But 5 times pretty
SeYsEy.
standard.
Getting the 2 cycle. 2 cycle is optimal.
Yeah.
And if you're good, you can get it most of the time. However, sometimes the tail can get in the way. And
They get to very similar fights.
If you're not fast enough, it'll screw you over. So Bamboo is heart piece. And then he's gonna be moving on his way to Rooster Skip.
Yeah, this is another instance where you can bomb trigger to get a heart piece, a way that you're not intended to get it.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets it. Yeah.
First try, yeah.
Pretty simple
That
stuff.
heart piece is on like the other side of the mountain. The way to get to it.
Yeah, so definitely a huge time save. Ooh. He gets the
saves the hit.
he gets the crazy obstacle skip. I've only actually seen him do that.
Very impressed by that. That was quite a save. That deserves a highlight.
He actually did that in a no Speedrun recently as well, and it was really crazy.
Man, I would have just fallen. Just taken the fall. That's the stuff of legends.
Yeah. He's coming up on regular Rooster Skip, so let's see how it goes.
The reason we're calling it regular Rooster Skip is because there's a way of doing it earlier by using shovel. Ooh, gets a
Double
first try.
Very nice. That's the best you can do that trick.
He literally did it as fast as you can do it.
Really, really good. Nice stuff from Bamboo.
That deserves PogChamps.
Oh, for sure.
Alright, so SeYsEy going for the bomb trigger.
I haven't did an
Needs
extra
to do an
buffer,
extra buffer for it.
but he
This
does
is
get it.
unfortunate. Now SeYsEy is on his way to Rooster Skip. As high as he can be and gets a good, better obstacle skip there. Not needing to do any legendary strats.
Let's see SeYsEy's Rooster Skip if he can replicate what Bamboo just did. Keep him in the race. Not
Very
bad at
good.
all.
Only that's not too much time lost on
Yeah.
double seconds. We can call
Both
that
getting
one.
very fast Rooster Skips.
Bamboo's still got a very significant lead, however. And I don't think a good Goomba Surf for SeYsEy would be able to save unless Bamboo gets a really, really bad one. Goomba Surf, as you'll see, is you do a naked super jump onto a Goomba, and it allows you to hop up to a higher ledge and completely skip needing to get the Nightmare Key.
Yeah, it does require getting a good Goomba pattern, and I believe it's like
Yes.
1 in 4.
Yeah, it's 1 in 4, and it's if you don't need to get too many tries, it's faster than doing something called the P-hat jump. So, Bamboo getting the shack jump. That shack jump can also kill your run because it's like somewhere between 20 and 40 seconds. I'm not sure exactly how much.
Solid
You
bump
go for
trigger,
the
too.
ball. Bamboo, I believe, went for the ball recently in a D-Rust run.
Alright, so yeah, Bamboo gonna be coming up on the Goomba Surf. That's basically all he needs to get a good D7 at this point. It's looking pretty solid so far. Let's see the RNG.
By the way, this dungeon is perfect first try and not needing boots.
Very
Okay,
nice
so
Dungeon 7 from Bamboo.
Bamboo Cart really showing itself in this run. This dungeon really showcases just how overpowered bomb triggers are.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, you don't have to use the ball at all in this dungeon.
Yeah.
You can just use a bomb trigger for every pillar.
It's rather phenomenal just how much time is saved by doing bomb triggers. I say they need to do some extra buffers for the pillars, but he got good pillars. So we're going to see pretty soon what try of Goomba Surf SeYsEy gets. Oh, Bamboo golded D7.
Yeah, he had a really clean D7. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Not getting the best RNG here. He gets it first try though, so not too bad. There's still some chance left for SeYsEy in this race. He is running out of time though. So.
There's still D8 can be a bit of a pain. And there's also still the Nightmare, which has multiple instances of basically the entire if you have the ocarina and you don't just have Song 2 on it, you completely remove all RNG from the final fight by doing something called the Aghanim manipulation, which manipulates Aghanim to only give you what are called yellow balls or energy balls, as opposed to the 50-50 chance of him giving you a blue ball, which cannot be reflected. There's also the Moldorm Quick Kill and Death'll Skip, or Death-Eye Skip. We will see those when we get to it, though. So here's the final upgrade. This one, you don't need to do anything special, you just spam, and you will get the item you need, the upgrade you need.
Yeah, because now we actually want the powder upgrade, which is what he wanted to give us all the way from the start, so...
So this time, selecting the second option is screwing things up. However, he just keeps repeatedly asking you if you want the powder upgrade.
Yeah, until you eventually give in and say yes.
So just say yes the first time, and you'll save time.
So let's see if SeYsEy ends up going for the Sumerang here, which Bamboo did not go for.
Oh, he's not going for it.
Yeah, neither player going for the Sumerang there. It only saves like a second or something if you do it really good, so it's not too surprising to see them both skipping it. Bamboo going to be bomb triggering this way to open up the dungeon.
Yeah, just this way you don't need to play Song 3. For the best song.
And he's in the dungeon. So there's a few things in this dungeon that can go poorly, mainly the boss fight, and also he's going to do a trick here in this bookshot, where you have hookshot on B, feather on A, and he's going to try clipping through the key block by being in a specific pixel.
Yeah, it's a 2-pixel window. Don't think the rupees are in the way. He gets it.
There we go, he gets it.
Sometimes that rupee can be in the way. And you have to try and line up again, and it wastes a lot of time.
And here's Plano. And there goes Plano. Definitely a great example of level 2 sword just making really quick work of the bosses.
So, Nitros, tell me, is Blano easier in this game than he is in the Oracle games?
Honestly, he probably is, but he's free in both games. Although in the Oracles you're not actually allowed to use any weapons other than your fists.
Ooh, first try lava swim. You slash your sword while transitioning onto lava. It allows you to swim in lava.
It's similar to the Jesus jump trick they did earlier on before they got flippers.
Here he
Allows you to
just
swim in.
shoots the boomerang up and gets the heart piece.
Yeah, it's a really cool use of the boomerang right there. Skips climbing the stairs.
Okay, ooh, he had a little trouble there, but he gets it. SeYsEy going for the hookshot clip. I don't think he's realizing he's not lined up.
That should work though. Yeah, he's
Should
true.
be good. Yep. I find it interesting that the Oracle games were made after Link's Awakening, but it seems more like Blano is a cameo in this game.
Right, yeah.
So it's interesting. I think it's like they've had Blano planned out for quite a while.
It's like similar with Vire in this dungeon as well. The red big guy flying around. He's also a mini boss in the Oracles.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bamboo going to do a decent jump here on the lava, getting clipped into the wall and then doing a super jump to the boss. Pretty solid. Let's see his boss fight here. This boss can be a bit finicky to do well. That was actually a really good
one
fight.
cycle. That's very hard to do.
Ah, but he
1.5
messes up the
cycle,
second
actually.
hit.
That's
Not too
big a
bad,
deal,
though. That was a pretty solid fight still. For sure. Now, SeYsEy basically has to rely on Bamboo somehow screwing up the Nightmare fight to have any chance of catching up.
Yeah. But again, the race still isn't completely decided. Until the Nightmare fight is over.
It really is a shame that he took that death to the genie in Dungeon 2, otherwise they would be basically even at this point.
He may even be ahead.
Yeah, he might have been ahead as well.
They've both gotten pretty decent RNG throughout the run. I mean, Bamboo's RNG has been better, but in many ways, SeYsEy's gameplay has been better. Except for Genie, of course. So it kind of balances out a bit, but the Genie death was very unfortunate. SeYsEy going for getting the Jesus jump clip into the wall. Now Bamboo is going to be listening, doing another water break. Needing to listen to
getting a
song.
worse spawn than Bamboo.
Yeah.
Still solid 2 cycle.
Ooh,
yeah.
It's mistiming that.
You can actually only damage him once he starts falling there, which can be a bit tricky to time.
There's also on the right side and the bottom of the screen, he won't take damage. Beyond certain points, there's invisible borders. Earlier this year, we all got together and just tried to figure out the fight. We thought it was kind of random how much damage he needed, but it turns out it's actually set in stone. He takes a total of 8 hits if you do it right.
Yeah, I've done perfectly. Pretty fast boss.
Bamboo entering the egg. It's the final stretch.
Yeah, he just has the path and final boss left, so hopefully we see him getting them in it. I mean, you hate to see when people mess it up and get a ton of blue balls and cry over their sorrows.
I once got 11 in a run. It was horrible. But that's still not the most that someone has gotten in a run. I think someone got like over 30. Okay, you get the text skip. The text skip and moving diagonally for some reason.
Doesn't really screw things up too much. So
I guess it only screws up after you clip into the wall.
He gets the blob quick kill, so let's see this Aghanim.
Yeah. So if he has to move to very specific positions, depending on where the boss goes. and as long as he does that, he will only get energy balls.
Yeah.
So the first 2 are guaranteed, the next 2 are 50-50, unless he's in the right spot. He's clipped into the wall. I think that...
Still get an energy ball. Let's see about the last one.
Yeah. He needs to be a pixel away for this one, I think.
Ooh.
He does not get it.
One blue ball. One blue ball wastes about 8 seconds, I believe, over perfect RNG.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
That's
his
2.
diagonal is screwed up, but at this point, there's no recovery. You just have to hope for the best.
Yeah, this could be SeYsEy's chance. That's a 3rd
3.
blue ball.
This is not good for Bamboo.
Only 3 blue balls though, so...
Okay, so here's the
Still
mold
looks
arm quick
okay.
kill. If you release a spin slash as the mold arm spawns, you can stun it for a second and then just do a bunch of slashes, and
Yeah,
you can stun
nicely
lock.
done.
So here comes Death'll skip, or Death Eye skip. This 5 hits, gets into this corner, and then depending on the visual that he sees, he's going to be doing a certain amount of buffers and then playing the ocarina on the same frame that a bat is released.
And looks like he's
He
good.
gets
Yeah,
it.
He gets it.
Good game.
So that bat's gonna turn into Deathful. He's gonna
Which
die.
has a health of
and
0.
He can just climb the stairs. And
Game
that's
thinks
GG's.
Bat is Deathful, and then the game thinks the Bat is Deathful, and the Bat just immediately dies. And because the game thinks that Deathful is dead, it spawns a staircase.
So Bamboo finished in first place.
It saves a very significant amount of time. It looks like SeYsEy screwed up the manip as well.
He did. More blue
Yeah.
balls to be seen. He gets an official SRL time of 1:21.26. Pretty solid run. Only about a minute behind his PB.
Very, very unfortunate blue ball RNG for SeYsEy.
Oh
And
yeah.
over and over and over.
And another
this
one.
is very,
He's
very
just-
bad.
Not getting any luck whatsoever. Everyone, send your prayers to SeYsEy. He needs you right now.
Plus RNG.
He gets one one energy ball. He needs one more though. Let's even get it. Another
Getting
blue ball.
another blue ball. This is tremendously bad RNG. Go,
Truly hate
okay.
to see it.
How many
I
was
believe
that?
that was 7 blue balls.
7. That's really bad luck.
Yeah, wasting almost a minute
It's
just to RNG.
it's actually very rare to even get more than like 3.
Yeah.
The SeYsEy going for a different variation of Death'll skip. It's a little bit harder to do.
Yeah, it's a bit more precise. Let's see. He does not get it,
Misses
but
it.
he can simply just finish off Deathful with one boomerang, so he should be alright.
Not too big of a deal.
One hit by boomerang is all he takes.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing that it seems to be an intended mechanic, but you can just kill Deathful with the boomerang in one hit.
You can kill most
Instead
things
of-
with the boomerang
instead
in
of
one
arrows.
hit. It's a very overpowered item.
Really, yeah. And it moves things. It's useful in D0.
Well, GG's to
GG.
SeYsEy as well.
Or GG to
Finishing
both players. We'll probably
123,
we'll probably have them in the chat. I'm guessing to briefly chat with them. Anyone? I'm gonna do a quick little plug. I'll be doing a race against Ryan Ford at 3 p.m.
All right, so
I'll be on the Zelda Speedrun 2 channel.
I just asked Bamboo, and he is not willing or not interested or not available to do an interview. But SeYsEy will come in, so we'll quickly talk to SeYsEy about this race.
Alright. But yeah, if you want to see the next race as well, check out ZeldaSpeedRuns 2. It's going to be starting in, I believe, half an hour.
Correct.
the race between Centro and Ryan Ford, so definitely stick around for that. Or switch to the other channel, rather.
You are correct. Here on ZSR main, we'll have a Link to the Past randomizer cross keys.
I cannot hear you.
You cannot hear me.
If you're trying to say something, Trez.
Well,
Hello?
I can hear you. It's fine.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear both.
Sin can't hear
You
me.
hear both? What? Why can't I hear Trez?
That's interesting. This happened once before, but
Let's try this. Hello, hello. I can hear you now.
Hello? There we go.
All right, there we go.
Thank you, Discord.
Discord being awesome.
Yeah.
I see SeYsEy in the waiting room. She's ready to be interviewed. What's up? It's SeYsEy.
Hey, SeYsEy.
GG's on the race.
Oh, how do you think you did?
How do you feel about the run you just performed?
Maybe having sound issues with him as well.
If your mic's turned on, of course.
Yeah. We'll give him a minute. Bamboo may be joining us as well.
Bamboo said he did not want an interview, so...
Okay.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
He's alive.
He is.
We heard you quickly and then you muted yourself. There we go. Try again. And it's gone again. Oh no!
man.
Well, we tried.
So, guys, what's your bet?
What is going on?
Okay, now somebody mute.
I don't know what's going on.
What the heck?
Okay.
Trying. In this case, one of my fellow restreamers wanted to prank me and muted me, but that's fine. Shadow,
Oh, yeah.
where are you?
This is the quality.
But yeah, I guess. There we go. Let's try it again with SeYsEy. Let's try this again.
Hello.
Yay!
Hey, he's
Hey,
there.
all right, success.
Amazing.
SeYsEy,
So, how do you think that race went for you? What are your impressions on it?
I'm pretty happy with what I've done. Like, I didn't expect it to play that well, even though it was not very well, but I expect it to be way worse. Of course, dying in Jenny fight was pretty bad.
yeah, the death to the genie was pretty costly. Put you behind
Yeah.
pretty far at the start.
I pretty much
was-
knew your race was over when I died, but
It was still like you two were pretty consistently the same distance apart for most of the race. So it was interesting to watch because it wasn't like completely one-sided the entire time. There was still always that chance that like something could happen, you could catch up.
Yeah, you had pretty similar runs, honestly, past the D3, basically. And then both people failing, like both of you failed the Aghanim Minute as well. Got a few blue balls. You definitely got more than Bamboo, though. So
Yeah, you got completely screwed by the blue balls.
yeah, I don't know how many I got, like 6 or 7 maybe.
but as for like the stuff like Villa Skip, early hook shot, Rooster Skip,
First try Villa Skip.
it was very similar between both of you.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
pretty similar.
I think Bamboo should have done really well to do that time.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run.
Even without the death in G2, I would have lost, so no regrets.
Yeah, it's like-
It was fun to watch. It was a good run.
His biggest mistakes were like failing Aghanim Minute and that mishap in the Villa Skip maze where he like fell 7 times or something.
Yeah,
It was
I think
pretty
it was
interesting.
6 times or something. He was
Yeah.
down to 1 heart after. At that point, yeah, he just kept falling and kept trying and trying and trying, and I'm not sure why he kept trying, but I guess he thought he could get it. Eventually, he just went around the other way.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, any other thoughts on the run?
I don't know. Not especially. I'm overall pretty happy, so that's okay.
That's good.
That's always nice.
That's
Yeah.
always nice, and the one thing that counts. All right.
Yeah, as long as you had fun, then doesn't really matter what happened.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
All right.
Sometimes it's not fun. But it's good you had fun. We did too.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, we'll hand it back over to Trezco and to get set up for the next race.
Indeed. Next race for the Link's Awakening 100% no one word out of bounds tournament on ZSR2 in around 25 minutes, and that one's gonna be Sin, our commentator from just now, going up against Ryan Ford. And on this channel right here, we're gonna have the winners bracket round 5 from the Link to the Past Randomizer Cross Keys tournament between Andy and Lin. I hope you all enjoyed what you saw. Big shout out to Bamboo and to Zen for the commentary. And we're gonna be back in a bit. Thank you all for watching. And take care.